today's news, bust of the late Ralph T. O'Neill unveiled at BVI London office. Locals urged to register for employment pool, report side effects of medications. WILLOCK to pitch Seacoast Bay mega yacht facility, and a 10-goal thriller between One Love and Sugar Boys occurred last weekend. For viewers, these and more stories when 284 News return.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but here at 284 Media, we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. 284 Media proudly presents The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman with yours truly, Ron Grant, a show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. Don't worry, it's not all about suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 5, a 284 Media production.
Get ready for an electrifying football showdown. It's the CONCACAF Nations League, and it's coming to the British Virgin Islands. BVI takes on Dominica on November 16th, 2023 at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Ground. This is a match you won't want to miss. The action kicks off at 3 p.m., and we've got a fantastic offer for you. Tickets are just $10 for adults and free entry for primary and high school students. Ticket outlets: the BVI Football Association, CCT, 284 Media, Hazim's Beauty Supply, Mr. Nice Guy Virgin Gorda, and Speedy's Ferry Services Virgin Gorda. Don't miss your chance to witness the thrilling action as BVI takes on Dominica in the CONCACAF Nations League. Remember, it's happening on November 16, 2023 at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Ground at 3 p.m. It's going to be epic.
Welcome viewers to the Thursday, November 16th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. And leading to today's news, the BVI London office recently unveiled a bust of the late Ralph T. O'Neill in London to mark the 20th anniversary of the BVI London House and recognize his legacy as the territory's first premier. The tribute was previewed by Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley in a press conference ahead of his journey to the United Kingdom. Wheatley said that plans to honor the late O'Neill began over a year ago and that the bust pays homage to O'Neill as the visionary for establishing the BVI London office in 2002 during his tenure. The Deputy Premier Honorable Lorna Smith said the honor is a fitting one for the late O'Neill as his decision to open an office in London continues to benefit the territory. O'Neill, who passed away in November 2019 at the age of 83, was the longest-serving elected representative in the BVI. He represented Virgin Gorda for over 40 years after being first elected in 1975. In addition to his pioneering role as the first premier, O'Neill also served as Minister of Finance and Economic Development, Minister of Social Services, and Minister of Natural Resources and Labor. The Virgin Islands Department of Labor and Workforce Development is encouraging locals seeking jobs to register their skills and information with the department's employment pool. Workforce Development Manager Roxanne DeWitt Toussaint made a call at the recent 3rd District Job Fair. She explained how the registration pool helps the department fulfill its mandate.
And I want to encourage prospective employers and employees to register with the Department of Labor. Most persons are only aware of the work permit component of the department, but the Labor Department has a very big mandate in terms of ensuring that Virgin Islanders and belongers are rightly trained and developed to meet the workforce needs. And so I want to encourage all Virgin Islanders and belongers under the sound of my voice who are seeking employment to register with our pool.
Well, she said that the purpose of the pool is to give priority in hiring Virgin Islanders and belongers. This plays a key role in the work permit approval process, allowing the department to identify locals who can fill open positions before permitting foreign labor. According to the DeWitt Toussaint, Labor Department aims to connect qualified local workers with employers seeking human resources. By building up the registration pool, the department can better match and experience the available or match the experience to the available jobs.
That allows us to look at all of the applications that are coming in. And if there's a job that a Virgin Islander or a belonger can fill, then they should be given the opportunity according to 117 of the Virgin Islands Labor Code. They should be given that opportunity for that job.
Well, interested persons can register through the Job Registration and Placement Service on the Government of the Virgin Islands website, that is bvi.gov.vg. Up next, residents and healthcare workers urged to report side effects of medications, and WILLOCK to pitch Seacoast Bay Mega Yacht facility. But these and more stories after a word from our sponsors.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but here at 284 Media, we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. 284 Media proudly presents The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman with yours truly, Ron Grant, a show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. Don't worry, it's not all about suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 5, a 284 Media production.
Get ready for an electrifying football showdown. It's the CONCACAF Nations League, and it's coming to the British Virgin Islands. BVI takes on Dominica on November 16th, 2023 at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Ground. This is a match you won't want to miss. The action kicks off at 3 p.m., and we've got a fantastic offer for you. Tickets are just $10 for adults and free entry for primary and high school students. Ticket outlets: the BVI Football Association, CCT, 284 Media, Hazim's Beauty Supply, Mr. Nice Guy Virgin Gorda, and Speedy's Ferry Services Virgin Gorda. Don't miss your chance to witness the thrilling action as BVI takes on Dominica in the CONCACAF Nations League. Remember, it's happening on November 16, 2023 at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Ground at 3 p.m. It's going to be epic.
Welcome back, viewers. Well, Chief of Drugs and Pharmaceutical Services, Mrs. Gracia Wheatley-Smith, is urging residents and medical professionals to report all side effects and adverse effects experienced after the use of medication. Wheatley-Smith made a plea during Med Safety Week 2023, an initiative that was created to raise awareness on the importance of reporting side effects or adverse drug effects that are experienced after taking medication. She said the reports will assist the pharmaceutical industry in improving the medication that is provided to patients.
Medicines are foreign entities that we are putting into our bodies, and they have to work with our bodies and exert an effect. Now, if I take a medicine and I have a reaction, we submit a report to this Global Monitoring Center. If you take a medicine and have the same reaction, and that report is submitted to the same global institution, and around the world, St. Kitts, Australia, Sweden, wherever, and all of these are compiled in the global database. And then we have investigations being done. At that time, they can make recommendations and say, okay, like I said, we need to reformulate this because giving it by injection is causing too much side effects. Or let us recommend to the manufacturers that we need to pull this from the market because the benefit ratio is just not there, or because according to what happened, what event happened, then we have had so many persons who have unfortunately died from this experience. Well, therefore, it is too deadly to have it on the market.
This year's theme is Who Can Report? And Wheatley-Smith stressed the importance of reporting at all levels, from the doctors right down to the patients.
We want to raise the awareness of pharmacovigilance. And who can report? Our doctors. Sometimes the side effect we may experience may not seem that important to a doctor to sit down and do the paperwork. Our nurses, the same thing. She's tending to so many patients. She may not have time to do that. And our pharmacists, who are always busy because there's so many people collecting medication, may not have time. But we want to highlight the importance of reporting to the pharmacist, the doctors, the nurses, the patient themselves, or even caregivers of patients there, like children. Has your child had an effect? Report it. Are you a caregiver to an elderly? Report it.
The chief of drugs and pharmaceutical services also explained the differences between side effects and adverse effects.
A reaction would be anything, any event that occurs after you take the medication. That is a reaction. So you can know you are having one because sometimes you can feel it, sometimes you can see it. I may get hives on my arms or bumps. Okay, I may experience dry mouth, dry eyes. I may get a headache. You know, there are things that you can experience, things that you will be able to tell the doctor. Well, I am burning on urination. I'm more constipated. You know, things that are not what it normally is with your body when you're taking a medication. You can be suffering a side effect. Now, an adverse drug reaction is so a side effect is a reaction that you expect because of the nature of a medication, such as antibiotics. Well, naturally, we know antibiotics work by dealing with the bacteria in your gut. So, of course, if you kill off everything, what's going to happen? You're going to have diarrhea. Now, an adverse event is something that you experience, and it is not because so much of the nature of the medicine, but it is because you took the medicine to control your cough, but now you are having a different experience. So that is a adverse event, and it is a bit more severe than a side effect.
Julian Willock says he intends to put forward a proposal to Nani Key Marina to consider Seacoast Bay as the location to build a mega yacht facility to expand its operations in Tortola. Willock spoke at the recent 3rd District Job Fair held at Nani Key Marina.
I have known for years that the district representative, Honorable Fraser, has a Seacoast Bay Harbor project proposal. This morning, I wish to also propose that Nani Key Resort consider the Seacoast Bay Harbor to build a mega yacht facility, which will be another avenue to provide jobs and economic development for residents of District 3 in a public-private partnership.
As he highlighted Nani Key's contributions to the 3rd District and the wider territory, Willock noted the existing plans of 3rd District Representative, the Honorable Julian Fraser, for the development of the Seacoast Bay Harbor. With this in mind, Willock shared details on how a public-private partnership between the government of the Virgin Islands and Nani Key Marinas could unfold to bring such a development to life. He also stressed that any development in the area must be environmentally conscious to ensure the marine environment in Seacoast Bay is not compromised.
Of course, the government will play its role in the land negotiations, the seabed issues, and ensuring that the environment is not compromised.
Willock has promised more details on the proposal and will be unveiled over the next year. The controversy surrounding the Seacoast Bay Harbor Development Project has deep roots dating back to its inception in 1991 under the Ministry of Natural Resources, predating Fraser's political involvement. Allegations of overspending, conflicts of interest, and a lack of oversight remain contentious, prompting a critical examination of project management, decision-making, and financial accountability within the Commission of Inquiry. In recent years, Fraser, former Minister for Natural Resources and Labor and later Communications and Works, has detailed his involvement, emphasizing the transfer of control from one ministry to another. He has disputed cost estimates, contested his involvement in specific contracts, and highlighted the project's importance due to ongoing harbor shrinkages. Fraser defended actions taken during his tenure, pointing out flaws in the Auditor General's 2014 report and emphasizing the urgency of the project. Up next, a 10-goal thriller between One Love and Sugar Boys last weekend, and Hodge Smith reflects on the first 100 days in office. With these stories, when 284 News return.
This November, the sun rises on the northernmost island of the Virgin Islands and shines over an unforgettable 3-day experience. The Caribbean's most anticipated food festival, the Anegada Lobster Festival. The 24th to the 26th of November, the island's best restaurants present their best lobster dishes and other delicacies while you and 3,000 of your closest friends soak up the sun. Enjoy music from top bands, seaside activities, and win awesome prizes. There's nothing quite like the Anegada Lobster Festival. The 24th to the 26th of November. Book a room or catch a boat and be there. You'll see it's the taste and fun you need.
The wait is over. CCT Fire is here. Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire. Bring it home and upgrade today.
Welcome back, viewers. There was a goal fest at the Greenland football field in East End, Tortola on Sunday, with 15 goals scored between the two games played. In the first match between One Love United and Sugar Boys FC, despite controlling the narrative for the majority of the game, One Love was unable to secure the 3 points after the Virgin Gorda side found the equalizer in the final minutes of extra time to draw the game 5-5. But Colin Lavia put One Love ahead in just the 6th minute before Andres Bailey equalized in the 29th minute. Romain Henry put the boys a goal up on the stroke of halftime, but just 3 minutes later, it was a 2-2 thanks to One Love's chain prince. Lavia then completed a hat-trick with goals in the 67th and 78th minutes to make it 4-2, but Bailey scored his second to reduce the deficit to 4-3 in the 83rd minute. Latrell Williams made it 5-3 in the 89th minute, but just when it seemed like a set victory for One Love United, Sugar Boys captain Daryl Whitehead stepped up in the nick of time to make it 5-4, followed by a second goal by Henry to equalize in the 8th minute of added time. So 284 Media provided live coverage of that game on CCT Live's channel 284. Well, here's a look at those highlights.
Oh my goodness, we'll be no problem. It's a goal! It's in the back of the net, so Sugar Boys. Nice building up here from the number 19 player. Taking it down the flank and getting it across. Just cannot finish as they are still working nicely. Get it up and the flank. Sugar Boys. They're going to across the pitch, let's see, and just taking it up. Let's rather take it down nicely, and the shot comes in, it's a goal! Sugar Boys, 1. And the One Love team, 1. Yeah, he missed it, number 24. Send it across, heads into the goal, it's in the back, and it's a goal! Number 12 in the back of the net. Oh my goodness, the keeper wasn't in the right position, and it will be Sugar Boys now overhauling the One Love team. Yeah, here now, 2 goals to 1. The One Love team well known of this. They will be scoring early. Can't keep it up. See it happening over and over. Long ball down. Getting up nicely. Finding the youngster. Bring up nicely. Push up. Find the way left the goal scorer. Get inside. Let's see back off his line. This one could be trouble. Oh my goodness. It is. Oh no! It's in the back of the net. It is. As the keeper comes across, the ball hit the crossbar. The breeze taking it back into the pitch. And find Casco back inside. Find number 14. Number 14 on top of it. And he's shading it out and moving footing. And he's going over. Number 19 back the other way. Finding Gaza. Look up. See that number 11. Bottoming down. It's up in trouble. It's in the back of the net. Oh my goodness. And the keeper was a big lazy lackadaisical. Okay. One of the they are leading the Sugar Boys. That's a nice ball up. We take up to find number 11. He's up on the trouble. He's in front. Shot from the goal! Number 11 having hat-trick again. In the back of the net, the third time, and we take it out to one control, DJ. Number 9, Megan Cross, playing about 17 by himself. 17 take a shot. Who's there? The end of it, number 1. Oh, my God, it's a goal! And just in there, the second goal of the season. Oh, my goodness, it's the other game of the year this season. It's Sugar Boys, they are up now. They scored another goal, it's 4-3. It's a long ball down. And now one is up in trouble of the youngster, leading to the goal. Oh my goodness, I want to keep it to be. Right on him, and it's a goal! Number 10 is in the back of the net. Everyone in the place, I want to right across. Lead the number 3 country. When it comes from right to left, back to number 12, 24, number 24 left, and back to number 12. Number 12 is there, fine tackle, number 6, bring it out to number 17, number 17 switch angle, and going to number 21, number 21, 17 side, who's there? Romeo! Back there with the defender. And shot comes in again once more. Oh, and he's in the back of the net, it's a goal! Number 7 there, yes? From the back of the net. Oh my goodness, this one could be trouble problems here. Trying to get closer, he was there. The ball is knocked off the pitch, and the corner says criminal. To play for the independence. The number 2 play ball from the cross. Let's see, keep us back it over. It bubbles, and oh my goodness, it's in the goal! It's in the back of the net, oh my goodness! Sugar Boy equalized. Oh my goodness, this one is way out of the area, this evening. Bubbles the best to keep.
The second game at Greenland was called off early in the second half as Lionheart handed the 7-side Positive FC a 5-0 defeat. An own goal was gifted to Lionheart to open the scoring, and then Alston Duncan, Bishon Edwards, Savion Gillings, and Oliver Black each scored. Meanwhile, in the other games played last weekend, the Islanders recorded a comfortable 3-0 win against the Panthers FC, with a goal coming from Osworth Holder and 2 from Linton Peters. Well, games continue this weekend with Rebels FC taking on Positive FC at Greenland on Saturday. On Sunday, also at Greenland, Islanders FC will face Wooluse FC at 6 p.m. and at 8:30 p.m. Rebels FC will return to take on One Love United. Both games will be televised live on CCT Live's channel 284. But over on Virgin Gorda Recreation Ground, Sugar Boys FC will play Panthers FC at 5:45 p.m. while Old Madrid takes on VG United at 8 p.m. Well, there's also a game scheduled for next weekend at Greenland between Islanders FC and Rebels at 6 p.m. Well, viewers, tune in to 284 Media tonight for a new episode of Just for the Record First 100 Days, the program that brings you closer to the core of our democracy by providing elected members of the House of Assembly an opportunity to reflect on their first 100 days in office. In tonight's episode, we welcome our guest, a representative for the 4th District Junior Minister for Culture and Tourism, Honorable Luce Hodge. That's Luce Hodge Smith.
It's a little different on this side of the fence because as a civil servant, there are certain rules and regulations and policies and all these different things that you have to follow. First of all, I have to get it. I have to get used to it. Get used to being put in front of the line, being recognized as Honorable Luce or Honorable Hodge Smith. You know me, just doing things and in my district, finding out the people's needs. Attending meetings, of course, attending House of Assembly. I made one contribution thus far. First of all, you don't have the access to certain resources that you need to get things done, so you have to depend on others, in my capacity, that is. So they recognize too as well that I have to take a little time to get settled, and I think I am settled now.
Viewers, the full episode with Honorable Luce Hodge Smith will begin at 8 p.m. sharp, only on CCT Live. We'll also stay tuned on Facebook, YouTube, and 284media.com for our subsequent release of tonight's episode, which will be available from next week. Also, today's online release features Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly, Territorial at Large Representative, Honorable Stacey Mater.
The last 100 days has been incredibly interesting and enlightening. I have been out of the public service for, I think, almost 20 years. So getting back into the public service I see our elected leaders as civil servants, public servants. So as a political person now, I've had to dig deep. I have helped people in ways that are more tangible, or I should say more acceptable, in the bigger sense of it. Learning my role and where my perimeters are and how to work with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle as respectfully as possible is something that I'm learning to navigate and appreciate.
Okay.
Because I do think everyone genuinely wants to help the country. I am not eager to spend the government's money. So I want to make sure if I'm going to do something, which I'm pondering right now very heavily, how would it work and how would it benefit first the people of the territory and then myself. I think party politics, political agendas after April the 24th should have been put aside.
But a full interview can be found on all of our social media platforms. Viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.
This November, the sun rises on the northernmost island of the Virgin Islands and shines over an unforgettable 3-day experience. The Caribbean's most anticipated food festival, the Anegada Lobster Festival. The 24th to the 26th of November, the island's best restaurants present their best lobster dishes and other delicacies while you and 3,000 of your closest friends soak up the sun. Enjoy music from top bands, seaside activities, and win awesome prizes. There's nothing quite like the Anegada Lobster Festival. The 24th to the 26th of November. Book a room or catch a boat and be there. You'll see it's the taste and fun you need.
The wait is over. CCT Fire is here. Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire. Bring it home and upgrade today.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but here at 284 Media, we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. 284 Media proudly presents The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman with yours truly, Ron Grant, a show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. Don't worry, it's not all about suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 5, a 284 Media production.
Get ready for an electrifying football showdown. It's the CONCACAF Nations League, and it's coming to the British Virgin Islands. BVI takes on Dominica on November 16th, 2023 at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Ground. This is a match you won't want to miss. The action kicks off at 3 p.m., and we've got a fantastic offer for you. Tickets are just $10 for adults and free entry for primary and high school students. Ticket outlets: the BVI Football Association, CCT, 284 Media, Hazim's Beauty Supply, Mr. Nice Guy Virgin Gorda, and Speedy's Ferry Services Virgin Gorda. Don't miss your chance to witness the thrilling action as BVI takes on Dominica in the CONCACAF Nations League. Remember, it's happening on November 16, 2023 at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Ground at 3 p.m. It's going to be epic.
Good morning. Good morning, Sonny boy. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Top up power.
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top up power?
Eh?